Hello everyone, and I am back with another Hunter x Hunter manga review. This time we have chapter 402, and the title being Letter. He loves those simple ones. I've also noticed Hunter x Hunter manga chapters are very wordy. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just, man, a lot of reading. So no cover. But this time we start straight into it. So the chap who was in Kurapika's training reports back to him saying that Kurapika has agreed to the truce, that the 5th Prince Tubeppa and 14th Prince Wobble will concede to 3rd Prince Zhang Lei if they are the last 3 remaining. So it seems those 3 are now in an accord. The 3rd Prince is the one with the Nen Beast that drops a coin, and he's been doing a bit of experimentation. He's found that if he holds onto the coin, nothing happens. So he kind of hands them off, even though they don't seem to do anything at the moment. It still goes on his theory that something will happen after he becomes king. And curiously, after signing the treaty, Prince... Oh my goodness, another name that's going to be hard to pronounce. Okay, maybe not. Tubeppa, that's not a hard one. Prince Tubeppa's Nen Beast has now appeared after signing the treaty, which is curious. And interestingly, it looks like a sort of chameleon. So it might have just been invisible. You know how those can change their colours, go invisible. So that might have been the case. But this guy who now serves... I think he serves Tubeppa, has only now just noticed the Nen Beast. And also, we jump back to 3rd Prince Zhang Lei. He is hiding poisons in his boot. He plans to use poison. And this poison is so potent that it will kill the person in 12 hours via multiple organ failure. But the best part is that it will sort of dissolve in the system, so it's completely undetectable. And the prince he is planning to use this poison on is the 9th Prince Halkenberg. And if you've forgotten who that is the one who was originally a pacifist, didn't want to take part in the succession battle, but since he doesn't have a way out, he now wants to win it and change the rules of the royal family to never have a succession contest again. So we'll see how that one plays out. So after this, we kind of jump back to the 4th Prince Serednich, the scary guy who I'm banking on being Beyond Netero's son. Now, I'm not 100% sure what he's doing here. He talks about finally being less than 10 seconds on something, whatever he's doing. Maybe he's planning... This is what because when we left off, he wants to get his moment from activating Zetsu to reopening his eyes to be less than a second. So maybe this is what he's perfecting. He's improving his Zetsu. So maybe that's what's going on. And we've got the guy who took over for Fata, the other sorcerer. I've got Jujutsu Kaisen on my head. The other Nen user, amazed at his progress, just like Fata was. And that he will generally just be a massive Nen threat, because he's just a natural, which is, true. He's managing to maintain... Zetsu when he's doing running, gaming, and having a conversation, which apparently some of these even experienced Nen users can't do. So he's just a prodigy. And then we jump scenes again. So now we're with the fake Kacho, and they're looking at a picture of Fugetsu with a mark on her back. It looks like an injection source, and they speculate that no one could have done this, but medically, so this has to be Nen. Nen has done this, but it's not clear what this means. But if it's a strange situation. It's kind of funny while this is happening and they're having conversation. Melody's sitting down and the fake Kocho is just upside down. But Melody speculates that Prince Fugetsu fell into a trap and got marked by Nen, and asks if she said something weird since yesterday. And they've come to the conclusion that maybe Fugetsu is kind of hallucinating that she can use her ability multiple times a day, and that Melody says, get her to use her ability. There must be 2 doors, and one will be a trap. If she is shown this, she then must be persuaded to not use her ability anymore. Otherwise, there's signs she might, Kacho says the sign she might be addicted. Whatever's marked her, if she keeps using this ability that's trapped, she will get weaker and weaker until she dies. So they want to stop that. And Kacho has an idea of who might have done this. She speculates it's the 7th Prince Lazurius. And the reason being that he manages mafia contacts and has access to all sorts of drugs and, what they exactly say. So he manages the mafia and deals drugs to raise funds. So he has all sorts of access. And the fake Kacho kind of speculates it's his guardian spirit beast. But Melody says that, if he's not doing it consciously, then they may struggle to persuade him to stop. And then the best case of action at that point is to defeat the prince or the Nen beast. So, Kacho has a plan, and that is to forge a path from the lifeboats to the 7th prince's room and force him onto the lifeboats and have him killed the same way the real Kacho was. The only problem with this is that Fugetsu can only open a path to places she has seen. So they hatch another plan to just deliver letters to all the princes. The reason they do all the princes is otherwise it would be suspect if they only did one, and it would also give them a chance to have quick access to all the princes' rooms, because they obviously don't understand that she has this ability, and it would be foolish to let her have access to all these locations. But the letter needs to be something that they would want to read, so they come up with it being Kacho's last letter to all the princes in case she died, which she did, but she's technically still there in the Nen Beast form. By the way, I didn't mention on this, but they've got the glasses dude who's enamored with Melody still helping. So Melody's a bit suspect about him, but she doesn't, because her music ability allows her to detect heartbeat changes. She doesn't detect any heartbeat changes of him, so she doesn't suspect him being manipulative or deceptive at the moment. So he seems actually enamored with Melody, which is curious. We'll see how that one plays out. So we first see Fugetsu delivering a letter to first Prince Benjamin. He immediately sees that she is in terrible shape. She's on her last legs, and permits her to walk across to him to deliver the letter. And curiously, when she gets close, the evil spirits surrounding her, harassing her, disperse the moment they get too close to the first prince's Nen Beast. So that's a thing. Doesn't last long, unfortunately. The first prince speculates that they're weak, low-level evil spirits that plague someone in a weakened state, and they're not her spirit Nen Beast. It's just her being plagued by despair upon her sister's death, Kacho. So for this first letter, it appears it's very basic, not important, nothing political, just an ordinary letter. So we get a quick little sequence of her handing a letter each to Beppa and Tyson, with not really much fanfare. There's no real dwelling on that. So guess we don't dwell on that either. Then we see her handing a letter to their target, Lazurus. So it turns out Kacho didn't write the letters at all, nor the fake Kacho. Well, obviously the real one didn't, and the fake Kacho didn't. It was the guy in the glasses who's enamored by Melody. He wrote the letters because his investigators dug up some dirt on the princes, and he's sort of handing it out to create this sort of weird bit of information dialogue. The purpose of this is to maintain and defend their neutrality, a sort of deterrent, as they put it. Melody worries that they would ask how Kacho came to know this, but the glasses dude, I keep calling him glasses dude, I should find out his name again, but he will deflect any questions that dig too deeply on Kacho. So we move on, and one of the other Nen experts, one of the hunters, gives Fugetsu a charm that disperses those Nen creatures that are plaguing her. So that might buy her some time. We'll see how that one goes. So we kind of finish off with them speculating about the earlier rumbling. It happened directly above where they are, with the only person being there is Halkenberg, so it can only be him or his Nen Beast. And apparently he's recently fallen sick. I can't remember if that was covered in a previous chapter, but he's fallen sick apparently. I don't know if that's a ruse. Well, he planned something, but the last letter they want to give him contains bombshell information. There's a Prince Benjamin's secret, Prince Serenditch's depravity, and the truth about Prince Halkenberg's birth. I don't know what that all means. Maybe it'll be revealed, but they're sure he can make use of it. And then one more hope, Kurapika, who we jump to, and you just see Kurapika reading a letter saying, as long as the succession continues, the princes can't escape the ship. Please come up with something so no more princes have to die. Which I don't know if that's going to happen, because obviously their whole plan with Lazarus. But we will see how that goes. That's the end of the chapter. As always, as I said at the start, very wordy, a lot to digest, and we'll see how it plays off. There's no breaks, so next week we will get more information. Until then, see you around. Bye for now.